I am not a niche photographer. Those people that only do sports photography or only do landscape photography and they don't delve into any other genres, I'm not one of those people. I love all the different facets of photography. Everything from adventure to travel to landscapes to portraits. I love all the genres and I want to delve into as many of them as I possibly can so that I can learn as much as I can and become the best possible photographer that I can be. Oh, except for product photography. That I hate. Hey friends, welcome back to another video. Today I'm trying product photography. And let me clarify, I don't hate product photography. It's just that what I enjoy about photography is that it gets me out into the world, trying new things and having new experiences that I wouldn't have otherwise had. And I just feel like product photography doesn't give me that as easily as, say, landscape photography or adventure photography. And I feel like that might be a reason why I've strayed away from it in the past. But seeing as how we are currently in lockdown here in Sydney at the moment, I thought there is no better time to try product photography than when I can't go anywhere too extravagant anyway. And I've actually been kind of inspired to start a product photography project since watching some cool YouTube videos about it. I realized that my perception of product photography was kind of wrong. I used to think it was just white backgrounds and studio lighting, but these videos show me there's actually a whole element of storytelling to product photography that you can implement if you start thinking about it as a story. And I've actually seen some really cool product photography on Instagram surrounding EDC, which is everyday carry. That's things like knives and phones and wallets and other cool things that you might carry on your person every day. So I thought I'd take some of my own EDC and create some product photography out of it. So I've got my sunglasses, I've got my wallet, I've got my Leatherman multi-tool, and I've got my Kathmandu knife/multi-tool thing. Not sponsored. And so today, what I thought I would do is try and take some cool product photos of these things. So the first thing that I'm thinking about is story. And I'm thinking about the lifestyle, the persona that accompanies these products, because the product is not just a product. It fits into a lifestyle, it has a story. So I'm thinking, who would use this product? What type of person are they? What are they interested in, and why would they use this product? Where are they going to use it, and how are they going to use it? And I'm answering all these questions and building out a story around this product through that.
Let's start with the Leatherman multi-tool. This product has more of a sleek, modern, industrial feel. I was thinking, who would use this product? Maybe a mechanic? I mean, they work in a bit of a grungy industrial environment, but their job sort of surrounds modern technology. And I think mechanics like precision, accuracy, and good engineering, which I think this Leatherman really embodies. It looks well engineered, compact, yet efficient. I decided to head down to my garage and use that as a location for these shots.
So I was just walking down to the garage and I noticed that on top of our front porch, there's this really nice slate texture. I thought that's kind of industrial and has the color we're looking for, so I stopped to take a couple of photos here. I think they look pretty good, actually. It's just like an intro to this type of shooting. So I'm really enjoying the slate texture, because as we know, we're all looking for texture when it comes to product photography. So I had a thought that maybe I could like dirty my hands a little bit, and then I could hold the multi-tool in my hands and you would see like all the dirt and textured on my skin. Because mechanics have dirty hands, right? They're like working on cars all day. It's kind of grimy stuff. I'm probably gonna regret this, aren't I? I have to touch all this camera gear with like dirty hands now, but you know, it's like the texture is there. Hopefully it makes for a good photo. Okay, so for this shot here, I've got my little multi-tool sitting on this nice black background. It's pretty even. And what I'm hoping I can do is take it into Photoshop and then add some cool like blueprint backgrounds behind it, so it sort of looks like it's sitting on top of blueprints, but actually all we're doing is photoshopping those in from what we've got here. So hopefully that works. If it does, you'll probably see the picture now. Otherwise, it didn't work very well, but it's still actually a really cool shot. Love the lighting here, and the texture in the background is really nice. So I found these two rag looking things. Mechanics definitely use rags to like get all the oil off their fingers and to get all the dirt off certain things. So these could make a really cool background texture. Maybe if we laid them flat on the floor, we could make a flat lay style thing, and the fabric's gonna look really nice as a background. We can put dirt on it, it's gonna look great. Let's see if it'll create a nice background for our photo here. Okay, so I've got some car tools out here. I got some wrenches and spanners and little nut looking things, and I'm using the casing here on the back of the socket set as a bit of a backdrop, and I'm using this awesome wood texture from this little cutting block that I found as like my background here. I'm really liking how this is looking, so hopefully we're gonna get some really good shots here. I think this is a really good setup, making sure that all the props aren't too invasive on my primary prop, but just add enough detail to be cool.
I thought it might be cool to try a shot with the multi-tool on some car engine parts, so I opened up the hood of the car and I tried to find some good compositions with the engine. My vision for this shot was to have the multi-tool on a table in the foreground and me working on the car in the background. So I set up the multi-tool on a pile of old boxes and I had the camera on a tripod with a timer on so I could run into the shot and pretend to be working on the car. And I think the final shot is really interesting.
So I thought it'd be cool to get like a shot with the tire. Tire's got a really nice texture, so I thought I might try hold up the little multi-tool in front of it and see if I could almost use it for some framing and some symmetry with the circular shapes and the bolts in the tire. So I'm gonna give that a shot and see if that works. So I was just thinking like what could be a cool background, and I realized we have a whole drawer full of just like spanners and screwdrivers and all these cool little tools. I thought it could be cool to use that almost as a background, so I took out the drawer, I've got it sitting on the floor here. I'm gonna use the natural light coming in, and I'm just gonna see if I can get some shots just putting the multi-tool on top of some of these other tools and use them as a bit of a background. Let's see if that looks good.
For this next shot, I wanted to fold the multi-tool into its compact position. This way I get some variety in my shots and I show some of the function of the product.
Okay, welcome to shoot number 2, everyone. Today we're going to be using these sunglasses here as our prop in our product that we're taking photos of. And I was thinking, like, what type of persona goes with sunglasses? I mean, everyone uses sunglasses, right? So I was thinking maybe like a rock star, because I feel kind of cool when I wear my sunglasses, and I feel like rock stars wear sunglasses because they're cool. So with that in mind, I thought we'd go for a bit of a musical genre. So I've got some musical accessories, my guitar, amps, and leads and chords, and all the cool things that go with that. And we'd try and see if we can create the persona of a rock star today. Some things from the last shoot that I think I want to improve on. I did a lot of lighting in the last shoot that lit the background and not so much the product. I had to fix a lot of that in post, and I want to try and avoid that this time. So I'm going to practice trying to light the product and keep the background in shadow, really using light to draw the attention to where I want it to be. And I'm also going to try and see if I can clean the product a little bit between every shot, because I had to do a lot of retouching, getting dust and stuff off the product in our last shoot, and it would have been so much faster if I just cleaned it on set. So we're going to try those today with the sunglasses. Let's get to it. Okay, so I've got this leather jacket here. What I thought I'd try is lying it on the ground and using it as a background, because I think the leather's got a really nice texture. I want to see if I can use that. And we all know that rock stars wear leather jackets, obviously. It's just part of being a rock star. So I just tried a couple little flat lay things down here, using the glasses and the guitar coming out of the case. I thought could be cool, kind of gives a rock star vibe, lets us know that we're playing instruments and doing all the musical things. I just feel like I couldn't get the lighting right on this one. I kept swapping around. I tried having like a blue light coming in from the other side and then like a yellow light as my main key light, doing a bit of color contrast with the lighting. That worked okay. Might be able to pull something out of there in editing, but I found that I was lighting the background more than the actual product, which is what I'm trying to avoid today. So I thought maybe I could try something like this, where you sort of put the glasses in the top of your shirt. That way there's a bit of like a human element to it as well, and you can tell that like the glasses are being used, and you can sort of tell maybe who by as well. I thought it could be interesting in a different type of shot, just something that you might normally see in product photography. So I thought I'd set up a tripod and give that a try. Okay, so I'm going to try some flat lay type things. I've got some little accessories like a metronome, guitar pedals, like capos, guitar picks, chords and straps and all these other things. So I'm going to see if I can come up with a couple different arrangements and see which one looks the best. Hopefully it'll come up with something that's good. I'm thinking I might try and use either the leads or the straps as a leading line to sort of like snake through the photo a little bit. I'm hoping that that will create some interest and guide the viewers through the photo as well. So I'll throw up a couple of those now from what I've got here, but I think I've got some decent stuff, hopefully. So I positioned a couple of little accessories on like the amp here, trying to get a cool background using top of the amp. It has this nice kind of texture that I'm going to try and implement. I'm also using this metronome here as like a foreground element to create a bit of depth inside the photo. And I created a background just by leaving the leather jacket sort of just drooped against the side. It comes up high enough that it sort of blocks out the background and creates a nice textured background. Okay, so over here I've got a bit of a setup going. So I put the sunglasses on top of this cool little MIDI controller I have, and I'm using the amp, the height of the amp, as a background. And I've stacked some things on top of it and put the jacket behind it again to blacken out that background. And I laid the guitar across the front because I like the texture of the neck. I think that adds something to the bottom section of the photo that it sort of needed. What I realized was I actually had to pull back a little bit. I think I've been getting a little too close to sunglasses. I'm getting a lot of the same shots. So what I wanted to do is pull back, get some wider shots, and I can always crop those in post so you don't see the fact that this is just set up on my dining room floor here. Alright, welcome to shoot number 3. We're out here at our last location. I'm here in the local nature reserve, being COVID safe of course, and we are shooting this here knife from Kathmandu. Cool little product, and I was thinking, who would use this type of product? Maybe you would use it if you were going out on an adventure, or something like that. Out in nature, out in the wilderness, you got all your maps and backpacks, and you're going on a bit of a hike, or an adventure of some description, so I thought I'd roll with that theme. Bit of an outfit change as well, to suit that theme, as you can see. So we get that sort of outdoorsy, on-the-road type of vibe. Let's see if we can create some cool shots around this knife.
For the first shot here, I wanted to have the knife sticking into a log.
Oh hey, you're very high up right now. This is good arm workout. I'm really liking the floor of this forest woodland thing here. It's kind of like dry dirt with a bit of like mud and leaves and sticks. Thought it could make a cool textured background. So I'm going to try and create like a flat lay and put some of the maps out and some carabiners, water bottle or two, some types of things, and put the wallet and the knife down on the forest floor there. Hopefully it'll look kind of cool. So down on the floor behind me, I've set up a bit of almost a flat lay, but I'm not doing a flat lay, I'm doing like a high angle shot. And I'm going to try and include myself in it, maybe put the knife on my knee or something as I sit in the shot.
So I want to get a shot holding the knife and the wallet together in my hand. I like the high angle as well because I think it gives us a nice background with the grass.
So I had this idea that maybe I would try like a whittling shot of me like whittling a stick. Because I think it kind of shows some lifestyle, again, some elements of the product actually in use, which I think is helpful for telling a good story. It also looks kind of cool. It's going to be hard to do, but I've got the camera sitting on a tripod where you guys are right now. So hopefully we can get a semi-decent shot. If we did, I'll put it on screen for you now. Takes ages to whittle a stick. Pretty sure I could spear a mammoth with this. Good stuff. Found this sweet patch of moss over here. I think it's going to make a really good background texture for really the wallet and the knife actually. I think they're both going to look really nice on it, so I'll try them both. I think it's going to look really great. The lighting on it is quite nice, and it's just a beautiful texture. Let me show you. Alright, so what I've done over here is I've taken some bark that's fallen off this tree. It's this beautiful red colour, and I thought I'd just roll with that because it just looks absolutely stunning. So I thought I'd use it as a background because it's both a nice texture and a complementary colour to the wallet and the knife as well. You can go monochromatic with the knife and complementary with the wallet. It's going to look really great. So let me show you what it looks like down here.
So a creative shot idea I had was to stick the knife into a tree. This was just an interesting shot I came up with, and I thought it provoked a cool story.
That was a super fun photography project. I was actually quite surprised at how engaging product photography could be once I moved past the idea that it was just white backgrounds and studio light, and I started thinking more about the storytelling. I mean, it's just proof to the fact that there are stories everywhere if you're going to look for them. And at the end of the day, Marketing 101 also says that anything that people will try and sell you is really about selling the lifestyle and the persona with it, not just the product itself. So definitely bear that in mind, and you can definitely use these skills to tell those stories. I would definitely recommend that you give product photography a try. It's always good to jump into new genres. It just improves you as a photographer. So if you haven't tried product photography, I definitely recommend that you do. But that's all I got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you found some value, or you just enjoyed seeing my behind the scenes process for my photography. If you have ideas for what I could do with my next pro photography shoot, let me know in the comments section down below. And whilst you're down there, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Make sure you hit the notification bell, that way you don't miss out on future videos. I've got a bunch in the works showing you behind the scenes of all my different projects I have going on, so get excited for those, they're coming soon. I will leave in the end cards of this video some other photography tutorials that I've got so you guys can grow your skills in different genres and different areas as well. If you want to follow along with my photography, you can check out timduncanproductions and timduncanphotography on Instagram. Those two channels are where I post basically all my photography, so you can check those out if you're interested to see more of my work. But thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you next Wednesday.